Thanks a lot, Ken. Yes, the first leg coming up in Melbourne, and there are quite a few scratchings. Here are the prices. Zapari and Simon Stead are both out. 4-1 Awesome Force. Leyden Hall looks the winner. I hope he is. He's at 6-4. Proud Value 6-1. Bronze Legend 9-1. Russian Tea Room 7s. Fantasy Ladders another scratching. Pago Dancer 16. 20-1 Brilliant Disguise. 2 more scratchings over the ton and Toy Cavalier. Baron Reichtoffen is at 11-1 and Front Rank at 50-1. Back to you, Ken.
Okay, hope you've got a winner there. We'll be back with that race a little later on. Today on the show, we're putting $5,000 on the line in our Memorable Moments giveaway. All you have to do is take a look at Mooney Valley, and here is Ken Callender.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ken. A mad scamper, or a wild scamper, the first leg in Mooney Valley. It's 1,015 metres. There's only a reasonably small field, but by golly, they'll go quickly. Zapari and Simon Stead are both out. Awesome Force is still at 4-1, the same price we gave you earlier. Leyden Hall in from 6-4 to 5-4. Just had word as I speak into evens now. Proud Value 6s into 5, back out of touch to 11-2. Bronze Legend at 10-1. Greg Childs is on Russian Tea Room, an 8-1 chance. Fantasy Ladders are scratching. Pago Dancer at 16. Brilliant Disguise at 25. Over the Ton and Toy Cavalier are both out. Baron Reichtoffen, named after the Red Baron, is at 15-1, getting out a little. And Front Rank, the roughie of the field, at 66-1 to be ridden by the apprentice Jason Patton. Okay, so there's only 2, 4, 6, 7, 9 runners in the first leg at the Valley. As we pick them up, there are about 5 of the 9 in. And I think our caller today is Brian McAvaney. He'll know more about these than I do, I should say. So it's time to cross to the Valley for the first leg of the Daily Double.
Okay. Last 3 moving in, Graham. Bronze Legend, Front Rank and also Brilliant Disguise. Bronze Legend races in the colours carried by the famous Tobin Bronze. Of course, he's moving in now, Bronze Legend. Purple, white spots and cap. And he's about to move in now, Bronze Legend, as the last couple will be Brilliant Disguise and also Front Rank, the favourite Leyden Hall. Now, the just about set Brilliant Disguise comes up now with Front Rank. Starter comes around to his platform. And they're almost set now. Front Rank goes in. Brilliant Disguise looks to have gone up. And the St Vincent's Fitzroy handicap is about to get underway. Now they're all in and set for a start for this, the 5th event. Lights on, they're ready for a start. Set, racing. Leyden Hall missed it about 3/4 or so. He drops out to a conspicuous last. Was Russian Tea Room, Bronze Legend, Front Rank are all showing early speed with Brilliant Disguise. And also driving forward Bronze Legend early. Just in behind them, a length and a half away on the inside is Baron Reichtoffen, followed by Proud Value. Leyden Hall now 3rd last and 2 lengths away Pago Dancer. 2nd last on the outside of Awesome Force. Through the gap at the 600 metres. Front Rank on the outside, a half in front of Bronze Legend. Making ground 3rd, but ridden along Brilliant Disguise. Then Russian Tea Room. Leyden Hall now pulls to the outside, 6 before the turn, 400 metres out, still 4 off the lead, ridden along, followed by Proud Value. 2 lengths away, Baron Reichtoffen. Awesome Force is 2nd last and 2.5 away, Pago Dancer. Around the home turn towards the 250, Front Rank on the outside, tackling Bronze Legend. Now Proud Value pulls to the outside. Brilliant Disguise is boxing on, but Proud Value, he's coming home all over the top of them on the outside. He raced to the lead of the 120. Awesome Force from well back is absolutely flashing home, but Proud Value will win. Proud Value wins by a length. Awesome Force has flown for 2nd, 3rd Brilliant Disguise, then Baron Reichtoffen, followed by Russian Tea Room. Bronze Legend weakened with Front Rank. Well, Leyden Hall, he blew the start, blew his chance. He's run 2nd last, and Pago Dancer's run last.
Coming up on what?
Racecourse, Sunday 10th of October, the Qantas Canberra Cup and the world's biggest barbecue.
It'll be a great day. Don't miss it. Look, I've still got my doubts.
Valley, and the numbers were 5, 3 and 10. Proud Value, $5.30 and $1.70. Awesome Force, $1.70. And Brilliant Disguise, $5.20. Now, in the National Basketball League wins for the Cats, the Hawks and the Devils last night. Geelong upset the Brisbane Bullets. Hobart ended Canberra's playoff aspirations. And the Hawks extended Adelaide's finals wait.
But it was a very hot rear end in the finish.
Race 6 at Randwick is the George Main Stakes over 1,600 metres. Ken Callender has an early market.
Thanks a lot, Ken. Yes, well, bookies have found the right price for Soho Square. He's odds on, 5 to 4 on. He looks a winner. If you start backing horses at these prices, you finish up needing a second job. Tiako Nick at 20 to 1, Deposition at 8 to 1, Prince of Praise at 12s, Oppressor at 100 to 1, From the Park at 60s, Beachside at 40s, Slight Chance at 6 to 1, Mahaya at 20 to 1, March Hare, the 3-year-old, is a 5 to 1 chance. It does look like Soho Square, Kenny, but everyone thinks the same.
Yeah, there's nothing like a certainty. Absolutely nothing. One of our lucky viewers today will be definitely on a winner. We're putting right now. Here's John Tapp.
Good on you, Ken. Yes, we're coming into the big one today, the opening day of the Spring Carnival, and there's the horse that's a very short price favourite, Soho Square. A 5-year-old gelding, Jimmy Cassidy on board, and to say he's a specialist miler, particularly at Randwick, is an understatement. He's won a Doncaster, he's won a Chelmsford Stakes, he's won a Villiers, and went very close to winning a second Doncaster back in the autumn of this year. He's in fine fettle, and Ken, even at this stage, he's being looked upon as a big hope in the Cox Plate shortly.
He's never raced better, John. I wasn't going to lay odds on, but I got even, so when I tumbled, give him strength. Even the Tate's betting evens at the moment. Soho Square at even money, 25 to 1, Tiako Nick. Deposition at 7 to 1. 9 to 1 now, Prince of Praise, just come in a little. Oppressor is at 100 to 1, 66 to 1 From the Park getting out. Beachside at 50 to 1. Slight Chance almost into 5 to 1 now, about $6.20 for $1 investment. Mahaya is at 20 to 1, and March Hare is firm, the 3-year-old, from 5s into 9 to 2. Here's Johnny.
Good on you, Ken. And there's no sign of them being called up yet. We're running a touch early. It still requires about 90 seconds or maybe a little less to the official post time, but all of these are old stages as far as the barriers are concerned. I don't anticipate any trouble. Soho Square, the first in. Beachside goes up. Winner of the Newcastle Cup in 1992, Beachside, a tiny little mare. She's pony-sized. Oppressor is about to come up and join the line ahead of Slight Chance, who's racing in the Sydney 2000 colours. The Olympic colours have been utilised in every race so far today at Randwick, and Shane Dye wears them here on the multiple group winning mare Slight Chance. Now March Hare, there he is in the black spots. Pretty little horse, isn't he? With a flaxen mane and tail. Now he's a 3-year-old, and 3-year-olds have got a great record in this race, the George Main Stakes. As recently as last year, Coronation Day stormed down the outside to win in great style, but there have been others. Jenica was another one in 1988. They get in with such a featherweight, 49 kilos, and he's in receipt of 9.5 kilos from Soho Square, just to name one. Waiting for March Hare, From the Park, and Mahaya. Mahaya's a very pretty mare. She wouldn't have been out of place in Dances with Wolves. She's a chestnut. There she is. Look at those big white stockinged feet. And she has a big blaze to boot and is now coming up into line. Hasn't raced for about a month now, Mahaya. She had a little setback, a simple little accident in the stable, and Graham Begg has had a frustrating time with her. Now From the Park looks like being the last one in. From the Park goes up now to complete the line, and they're set for the Tui's Draft George Main Stakes. Great field off in the George Main, a beautiful start. Prince of Praise about the first out. March Hare began well from a wide gate. Slight Chance is one of the first away. Soho Square's going to settle in a prominent spot, followed by Oppressor, Tiako Nick, and then Deposition, From the Park, and Mahaya, and Beachside immediately went back to the tail. They're going a nice gallop at the end of 300, and Prince of Praise the leader by a length to March Hare, a length to Soho Square, a length to Oppressor. 3/4 away, Slight Chance on the fence, and ahead to Tiako Nick on the outside. Then From the Park on the outside of Deposition, 2 to Mahaya and 2 to Beachside last as they come around the first corner. Prince of Praise the leader. March Hare under his lightweight is going to be right up there with them. Soho Square running third, followed by Oppressor. Slight Chance about 6 lengths off the lead, and then Tiako Nick and 2 to Deposition, and From the Park together. 2.5 to Mahaya and 2.5 to Beachside as they come to the 700 metres mark, and they're going very fast up front. It's Prince of Praise about 3/4 to March Hare, a length and a quarter to Soho Square, followed by Oppressor. Slight Chance on the fence, and then Tiako Our Nick under pressure. Further back, Deposition ridden along, followed by From the Park and Mahaya, and Beachside can't keep in touch. On the turn now, Prince of Praise the leader. March Hare on the outside is going comfortably up the rise. 2 lengths away, Soho Square taking a while to get going. Slight Chances under pressure, and then Deposition coming to the 200, and the 3-year-old March Hare exploded to the lead. March Hare dashed clear of Prince of Praise. Deposition's the danger, if any. Deposition coming after March Hare. March Hare just in front. Deposition on the outside is charging. Too late. March Hare wins it. March Hare wins the George Main ahead to Deposition. Slight Chance might get third in front of Soho Square. Then Prince of Praise, Mahaya, Oppressor, From the Park, followed by Tiakau Nick, and tailed right off his Beachside.
Well, that was the worst run probably of Soho Square's career, certainly his worst run in Sydney. And as we pick them up, he's gone. History. And the leader now is March Hare coming at him, and what an Epsom trial this was, is Deposition. Mick Dittman on Deposition today, diving at March Hare, but the 3-year-old pulled out enough to just stall off his older companion, and March Hare will win the George Main Stakes from Deposition, with Slight Chance getting along the rails to run third. The winner, March Hare, will pay $5.50 a win and $1.70 a place. Second, Deposition, TAB number 3, will pay $1.90 a place, and third was Slight Chance, and she will pay $2 exactly a place. That was the George Main Stakes. More coming up shortly on the Wide World.
Still to come on Wide World of Sport.
I love it. OK, let's check the divs on the previous at Randwick. It was race 6 and the numbers were 10, 3 and 8. March Hare $5.50 and $1.70. Deposition $1.90 and Slight Chance $2 even. Well, it is a sad day today for Sydney racing with the retirement of jockey Malcolm Johnston. Ken Callender spoke to him before his last race, the Qlty Quality.
The curtain comes down on one of the great careers in racing today when Malcolm Johnston hangs up his boots and saddles after the Randwick meeting. Any regrets, Miracle?
Not really, Ken. I've had a wonderful career. I've enjoyed it, and I think a lot of the enjoyment's gone out of it. That's why I'm giving it away, mate.
You still hold the record for an apprentice jockey, the most wins in a season, 107.5. You're the first jockey to ride $1 million worth of prize money in a season. Yeah. You rode probably the greatest horse most of us have seen, Kingston Town. Yeah. What was the highlight to Malcolm?
Well, I'd have to say the greatest highlight of my career was my association with Kingston Town. I couldn't just pinpoint any one win. I'd have to say his whole association was unbelievable. But if I had to narrow it down, I'd have to say the WS Cox Plate. That was a great thrill because the Melbourne press had tagged him a Sydney champion, and I think it was uncalled for and unwarranted. And when he came out and blitzed his rivals in that first Cox Plate, that was special. That really was special.
The smile was big that day.
Oh, my word, my word.
Malcolm, there's good rides and bad rides, good jockeys and bad jockeys, but horses just seemed to run for Malcolm Johnston, particularly when he was a young fellow. What was the secret?
Well, Deffy, really, I think it was nothing that I was taught. It was something that was a gift from God. It was just something that was installed in me that I had a gift. I was very, very lucky that gift was brought out, and the gift was to be able to get horses to run for me. Certainly, by no means was I ever the greatest jockey to grace this turf or the best horseman or really anything, but I had a gift that horses would run for me, and that was it. And I was just lucky. I was at the right place at the right time for that gift to be brought out, and I think that was the main reason why I developed into riding so many winners over the years.
Well, what about your mates, the stewards? You still hold the record for the most suspensions. They tell me they're going to get new carpet in the room now, that this one won't be worn out as much.
Well, I just hope they take the sign off the back of that chair, M. Johnston. That's been worrying me for a few years now, but I get on good with stewards. You know, really, I've had 56 suspensions. It's something. That's another record that I'm not proud of, but truthfully, I've got off a few where I probably should have got times, and I've had 13,000 rides just on, Ken, so I've been around the paddock a lot. I did have a lot of aggression when I was a kid, and there hasn't been a jockey born, I don't think, that wanted to win as much as what I did, and I think that's where a lot of my problems lied, in the stewards room.
Has it been real hard in recent years?
Mate, it's tough. I made a statement that I haven't got enough animal in me to really keep competing, because the desire has gone out of it. And unless you're tougher off the race course these days, you don't survive. and I've just been surviving.
Your last ride is Zaremba in the Dulcified Quality.
Yep.
What would be the thought of Malcolm Johnston as you come back past the winning post and through that gate on Zaremba?
Well, it will be a bit sad, even walking in here today, because I love the competition. I love competing, and I love the game. I just have lived for it and loved it, and it will be very, very disappointing. It'll be my last go around, and when I say it'll be my last, it will be my last. And it will be very sad.
Zaremba's in front, coming to the 200 mark. Carla Max the first to go after him. Mighty Mal on Zaremba. He's a length in front of Carla Max. Irish Joke on the outside. Zaremba kicking. Carla Max is the danger. Carla Max is coming at him now. Zaremba, Carla Max, they're coming to the line. Absolutely locked together. Rotten luck, Mal.
Racing doesn't always provide a fairy tale ending, but it almost did for Malcolm Johnston on his last ride, Zaremba. Malcolm was in front almost all the way down the straight, but unfortunately, Carla Max, ridden by Larry Cassidy, ran him down and beat him in a photo finish. But Malcolm won't be remembered for Zaremba. He'll be remembered for his many great rides on many great racehorses on Australia's great racetracks. He was a miracle man, and we wish him well.
You're right about that, Ken, and a terrific little fella. Quite a larrikin, a great character on the course, and won't be lost. He's got probably a career in the media somewhere along the line. But I tell you what, with him last Saturday night, gave no hint at all that he would be retiring or announcing his retirement midway through the week. But Malcolm, we will miss you, but I tell you what, he's a good golfer too. He'll take your money at that. It's autumn, or should we say fall in America.
St Vincent's Graduates Handicap. Kenny Calendar has the latest in betting. Kenny.
Yeah, thanks, Max. They're moving into the barrier, so I better make this quick. Number 1, Big Baron at 11 to 1, Coolong Road at 8 to 1, Spring Hill Lad at 20s, Royal Snack at 7s, Station Hand, odds on, 5 to 4 on. Gee whiz, we've got some short price favourites today. Raising Kentucky at 20 to 1, Accommodate 11, Hear That Bell is 10s, he could firm just a little yet, we'll make him 9s. Manrebo, Best Endeavour 66, Silverdale 25s, they're off. Here's Brian Markovic.
Road, Silverdale going forward with Station Hand, followed by Accommodate, Best Endeavour, Spring Hill Lad, and Big Baron 4 lengths away at the 1400 metres. Station Hand racing 5 wide, is about to race to the lead. He does now towards the 1300. Silverdale LeGray now travels up into second placing, a length and 3/4 away. Third Raising Kentucky, and fourth on the outsiders, Hear That Bell. Then Coolong Road 2 lengths away on the outside of Royal Snack, followed by Spring Hill Lad, Best Endeavours. Accommodate second last, and Big Baron some 2.5 away. Towards the 900 metres they race, and in front of Station Hand by length to Silverdale. Raising Kentucky third, a half on the outside, Hear That Bell, followed by Coolong Road. He's making ground out 3 wide now to fifth, a length and a half away Spring Hill Lad, followed by Accommodate. In behind them Royal Snack, followed by Best Endeavours, and Big Baron some 4 lengths away. At the 650 down the side, Silverdale the outside is almost joining Station Hand in front. A length away on the outside Coolong Road, followed by Hear That Bell. Under the whip on the rail is Raising Kentucky, followed by Spring Hill Lad. Then Accommodate, Royal Snack, Best Endeavours, and Big Baron 2 lengths away. Around the turn they race towards the 400 metres. Station Hand the favourite, still over a length in front of Silverdale, Coolong Road. Under pressure, Hear That Bell, followed by Spring Hill Lad. Then Accommodate, followed by Royal Snack, Raising Kentucky. Big Baron 4 lengths away, and back of the tail Best Endeavours, but Station Hand comes to the home turn, 220 out, over a length and a half in front. He looks to be full of running. Pull to the outside now. Hear That Bell is coming out after Station Hand, followed by Coolong Road. At the 100 though, Station Hand in front. Hear That Bell is starting to ding-dong on the outside. Station Hand in front. Grabbing it on the outside is Hear That Bell, but I don't think it got there in time. I reckon Station Hand has fallen in and beaten Hear That Bell. Third, I reckon, Coolong Road. Royal Snack is close up, followed by Accommodate, Big Baron. Then Silverdale, Raising Kentucky, Best Endeavours, and Spring Hill Ladders run last.
Well, the punters who took the short odds thought they were in trouble again there, but I think you'll find Station Hand has just held on. Let's pick them up. That's Station Hand in front, Coolong Road in the middle, can't do any better, but it's the horse out wide, the Kiwi, Hear That Bell, diving at Station Hand in the last 50 metres. Station Hand just in front, looking for the post. Hear That Bell comes at him. They hit the line about here. Wow, it's close, but I think you'll find that Hear That Station Hand might have just held on to beat Hear That Bell, with Coolong Road in third place. We'll flash the official result down the line. In the meantime, a short break and then more on the
8 and 2, Station Hand $1.80 and $1.30. Hear That Bell $2.40. Coolong Road $2.30. Now, Europe holds a narrow lead over the United States after the...
Quality handicap over 2,400 metres. Here's John Tapp.
Righto, Max, moving in rapidly for this. It starts in the straight, and Ken, they are just a fraction ahead of post time at the moment. You'll have time, my boy.
Well, I'm freezing, John, but if Mercator wins this at the odds he is, I'll certainly be warmed up. He's at 15 to 1 and I've backed him. Mr. Eurostar is at 16 to 1. Never Say at 11 to 1. Juice McDittman's Mount is 5s. Examination favourite on the tote, $3.80 or odds of 11 to 4. 10 to 1 Rocky Hula. Fine Design Will and Commission at 4 to 1. 16 to 1 now Full of Dreams, Glen Boss. Glastonbury has been well backed. It's at 8 to 1. Oro Didino 16 to 1. Balance of Power is a scratching. Salcante is 30 to 1. And the roughie of the field, Cliff at 100 to 1. Going into line there is Oro Didino. Here's Johnny.
Oro Didino is the last one to move up for the Colin Stephen Quality, named after a former chairman of the Australian Jockey Club between the years of 1919 and 1937. Oro Didino moves forward and they're off and running now. Good start. Glastonbury allowed to amble out of the gate. Never Say is one of the first out over Fine Design, followed by Deuce, and Full of Dreams is cruising over from the outside, but Never Say will lead. And at the judge with a lap to go, Never Say stacks them up to lead over Deuce. Full of Dreams getting to third, Mercator fourth, and then Fine Design, followed by Our Cliff, Examination, Rockahula. Further back then, on the fence is Glastonbury as they race out of the straight. Out the head of the others, Salcante, and Oro Didino is back at the tail of the field, and Mr. Eurostar's in front of about 3 now as they swing down the side towards the 1900 metres mark. Never Say, the leader, at a muddling pace. About 3/4 to Full of Dreams, a bit more than a length to Deuce in the box seat. 1.5 to Mercator, a length to Fine Design, a length to Examination, and then Our Cliff and Glastonbury cluttered up on the fence, followed by Rockahula. Mr. Eurostar obliged to race 3 deep as they swing to the back, followed by Salcante and last Oro Didino. They've left the mile crossing behind them and into the back straight. Never Say at a muddling bat, led by a length to Full of Dreams. Deuce third, Mercator fourth, and then Examination. Our Cliff has taken closer order, followed then by Fine Design on the inside of Mr. Eurostar moving forward. Further back then is Glastonbury at the head of the others. Rockahula followed by Salcante, and Oro Didino last, about 9 lengths from the lead. Mr. Eurostar has made a fast move around the outside and goes up to the girth of the leader, Never Say. Now they've quickened a bit. Running third, Deuce on the inside of Full of Dreams, and Our Cliff behind those from Mercator, Examination. 3/4 to Fine Design on the outside, a length and a half to Rockahula and Glastonbury together, and then Salcante and Oro Didino as last as they come to the crossing at the 800 mark. Never Say in front. Mr. Eurostar second, Deuce third, Full of Dreams fourth, followed by Our Cliff on the outside. Examination with nowhere to go at the moment from Mercator. They're starting to bunch up. Fine Design behind those, and then Glastonbury, Rockahula. Further back, Salcante with Oro Didino last as they come to the 700 mark, and now they're sprinting. Never Say on the inside, about ahead to Mr. Eurostar. Full of Dreams on the outside of Deuce as they come to the turn from Our Cliff. Examination with nowhere to go. Mercator between horses. Glastonbury is now being ridden along, followed by Our Cliff and Fine Design, about to be taken to the extreme outside as they top the rise. Never Say, the leader, over Mr. Eurostar. Full of Dreams putting in a dash, followed by Deuce. Examination into the clear now, looking for a run between them. 150 out, it's Never Say. Full of Dreams, Mr. Eurostar. Examination is bursting through. Glastonbury getting a rails run. Examination is charging home best, and Examination wins it. Glastonbury got right through on the fence to get second, just in front of Never Say. Full of Dreams died on his run, followed by Fine Design, Deuce, Mercator, Rockahula, and then Our Cliff, and the last couple of Salcante and Mr. Eurostar.
Well, what an exciting finish. Let's line these up. That's Examination getting between horses there in the blue and white stripes with the red cap. Examination ridden by Jimmy Cassidy, diving between Deuce and Full of Dreams. And over on the rails, watch the grey. That's Glastonbury, and in the yellow cap, if we can call them all, is Never Say from Queensland. Examination gets to the lead for sure, but watch the grey, Glastonbury, over the last 20 metres. By golly, he comes quickly. I don't think he's quite got there. Very close, as John's called them. I agree with him. I think Examination might have just nosed Glastonbury with Never Say third. But it's very, very close. It's closer than you think between Glastonbury on the rails and Examination out in the middle. And I'm sure we should wait for the photo finish before declaring either horse the winner. The only thing we can be sure of at this stage is that Never Say has run third. If Examination does get it, number 5, he'll pay $3.90, and he has won. Number 5, Examination first, Well called, Johnny. $3.90 the win and $1.80 the place. Second was Glastonbury. TAB number 9 has paid $2.60. And third, Never Say, an excellent run. TAB number 3 has paid $3.50. A break coming up and then more on the wide world of sports.
And that's why everybody wants a piece of the action. Everybody needs a main attraction, yeah. I got what everybody needs, satisfaction guaranteed. And everybody wants a piece of the action.
He's a high school recruit.
Just in off our satellite, which shows the dangers of being a line official in American football. This actually happened in the Canadian Football League. Watch as the play moves out towards the nearest touchline. The runner avoids the tackle. Ah! And hit the poor innocent line judge who took the full impact of the player's helmet. Oh dear, oh dear. He's down and out. Bang! Down he goes. I guess line officials will want full-faced helmets next. And after seeing that, I really can't say that I blame them. Ooh, nasty stuff. 5, 9 and 3. Examination got it, $3.90 and $1.80. Glastonbury, $2.60. And Never Say was third, paying $3.50.